It's happening. Neeb versus Serral. It's time. Let's start over here. In the bottom right. The Titan. The foreign hope. The undefeated. The finisher. From ENCE Esports. It is the Zerg. Serral. I feel like the music should be more dramatic for that. Okay, we'll try to fix that. In the top left. Representing Ting. The best player in American history. And at one time, the best player outside of Korea. But now, he's got his work cut out for him. Will he pull out all the stops? Will he move on in the Ultimate Series? It is.
It's gonna be hard. Oh, did I do the thing where I broke it again? Is this... Because last time this happened, my voice... Welcome back. Well, we're gonna test this. There's a slight delay, but... Welcome back to WNTR Radio. Thank you guys for being here tonight with me. Hopefully you've had a good day so far. And hopefully, it's about to get just a little bit better. Now we're gonna try to fix it. Panic.
Serral is opting, I believe, Neeb. I'm not entirely. Wait, is this his first scout? No, he sent the probe out early. Serral just taking his third, not even risking a blot. As we actually get into the match. I'm completely biased for Neeb here, but I still my heart says Neeb, but my brain definitely says Serral. Especially considering BlizzCon is coming up. Like, if Neeb has a new PvZ strategy, I don't think he's breaking it out right now. Oh god. Serral, oh my. What a catch.
First blood.
Right? Actually, maybe the Zergling died first, but whatever. Hiding in the bushes, Neeb loses his first adept. Like, now Neeb's scared, there's just the Zerglings are gonna break through. That's... everything's terrible. It truly is. And the Zerglings get in! They're gonna kill probes, or at least force them to pull away. And this is like, oh, he's making more lings. Like, 6, 8 more lings? How many are on the map right now? So enough to stay safe, I guess. On the other side, the Oracle actually gonna find some kills. As long as he doesn't, 2 kills and takes a lot of damage. Phoenix comes out behind. Neeb's gonna go with the double star. We're seeing a lot of double stars today. Already Serral's off to a bit of a lead. Something kind of almost a trademark for Neeb is just having more probes than almost any other Protoss. Even when he loses probes. Well, he didn't lose any probes, but he lost some mining time. He just keeps building probes, and sometimes this is what hurts him, because his tech is a little bit later, doesn't always get everything together in time. Yeah, it looks like the mic breaking did work. I was waiting to see. There's 18 Zerglings on the map, which is just enough right now to deny a third base against 3 Adepts. It should be, and oh my god, the time. Neeb can't get in that little corner, doesn't have a pylon to work with, is going to lose all 3 Adepts, and that should be a cancel on the base. The Oracle comes back, but the base is already gone. It's already such a rough start for Neeb. He's going double star. Now, on the bright side, Serral is making roaches. Serral's making roaches. He has kind of misread this a bit. He did not realize it was going to be the double star. Takes him by surprise, which is the best way for Neeb. That wasn't a drone. Picks it up. He's like, wait a second. You're not who I was looking for. Oh, he's going to get a queen here. Okay, so this is something. The lair is done. The roaches, well, the lings can come across the map. The Oracle should protect him for now. Did he cancel the roaches? Serral did cancel all the roaches. Important to note. So despite all the previous issues, Neeb should have a third base secured now. He's already transitioned into ground. This is not Hellraiser versus a laser we saw the last match, where Hellraiser went for like 12 Phoenixes. No, this is 9 Phoenixes, no +1 commitment. He already got a queen pickoff, getting some drones. The damage is starting to add up. And while the early game was a little rough for Neeb, he's definitely stabilized here and economically in a fine position. He's going to get a full scout. He's forced a lot of spore crawlers. Serral's still maintaining a solid drone count, and he's taking the gold base to the north. That could be a big sticking point. But overlords are going to die. He's killing more drones. On the other side, Serral looking for an opportunity, but Neeb has the door shut. Charge is on the way. More gates, +1. All we're looking for now is the Templar Archives. Give it to me, Neeb. Give it to me. Now's the time. You know it. I know it. We know it. There it is. 11 drones. Not bad. A total of 19. A Baneling Nest is on the way, but the Baneling Nest is after the Templar Archive starts. The Hydralisk upgrades, did he already get? No. Serral's been struggling for economy here. He hasn't been able to get everything he wanted. He doesn't have +1 ranged attack. He doesn't even have +1 melee done. So as long as this base in the top right doesn't mine for too long, Neeb has to start getting suspicious now. The fact that Serral doesn't have a bunch of units about to attack him, and he doesn't have a 4th, should start to ring alarm bells. Serral doesn't not get a 4th in that scenario. Serral isn't making mistakes. He's made a decision here to take that top right base. The Neeb behind, he's actually going for the Archons. Is he going to go for an attack outright? He's not getting Storm. He's at 61 probes. He's not making any more. So I was talking about how Neeb is a player who just always has more probes. No, he cut probes. He's attacking. This is a Neeb attack here. There's no group spines. +1 is done. Will the rocks be taken down in time? He's going for him. It looks like... Oh, no. This is like... Oh, no. 3 zealots caught between a rock and a hard place. They're going to split off to the other side. But Neeb with a strong army coming forward. 70 to 44 army supply. He's got Archons. He's got charge. 12 Phoenixes, a dozen in the skies. There aren't that many queens on the field. The Spore Crawler's coming forward. Guardian Shield, very important. The pickups are there. You gotta be careful with the Baneling pickups. They still do damage on the ground. He's eating the damage of the spores. What's happening on the ground? The charge lots are coming through. The other ones come from the back. Neeb crushing through. GG. He takes game number 1. The double Stargate. Doing more than enough in order to put Neeb in a spot where he can knock him out. And that's a killer Neeb I haven't seen much of, at least not in a while. That reminds me of the Neeb of 2017, where if he finds, like, if a Zerg is weak, he finds a way to kill him. So, that looked good. That looked good. Solid. He played off that double, like, even a little bit of a shaky early game. Serral looking really good on the early game micro and just the little tactics, but strategically, Neeb. All right. Here we go. Lost and found. What's coming up next? That looked good. Neeb looked on point. He found his timing and he nailed it. Serral just he was scrambling. Not yet. Not yet. That's just game 1. It's a best of 5. What does this mean for BlizzCon? Starladder Ultimate Series is a big tournament. All right, there's thousands of dollars on the line. But, once again, like Tristan said, you have to wonder a little how much BlizzCon being essentially next week. Well, I expect both players to break out standard builds. We're not going to see any sort of really specific all-ins or timings, but Double Stargate is not like a new style. We literally saw Hellraiser use it 3 times, unsuccessfully, against a laser in the last match, so... Neeb chronoing probes very early. I mean, okay, that's a standard chrono. What am I saying? Like, look, I know what chrono boost is. Expansion on the way. Serral definitely, well, I'm kind of surprised. Like, he's not putting his second Overlord at his net, which you customarily do because of the potential for cannon rush. I don't know if I've ever seen Neeb go straight into. Okay, I'm racking my brain trying to remember if Neeb has ever done like the shield battery immortal play, but I can't remember any times. At least, definitely not successfully. Is that Serral playing to his opponent, or just... Because right now, there could be pylons coming up and he wouldn't know. Oh. Well, Neeb almost always just goes gate expand. In fact, he rarely probe scouts that early either. I guess it depends a little on the map, if you can get a block. But Neeb takes game 1. I think that means we're in for a long series. There's no way Neeb clean sweeps this, right? Absolutely no chance. Honestly, I wasn't sure if he was going to take a game, but I should have had faith. Why did I not? Well, it was partly because Neeb looked pretty shaky. In all of Starladder Ultimate Series, well, this might factor in. Neeb, for the other parts of the Ultimate Series, was in Korea. Well, there's to EU or NA, there are some issues with latency and stuff. But he's apparently back home in the US. I believe he's from New York. I don't know if that means in California, or I assume back home in New York. And of course, we'll be going to BlizzCon next week, but... maybe that factors in. He's feeling comfortable. We're going to read as much into one game as possible. We're just going to keep every single move, every single action and reaction. We're just going to try to do some armchair psychology here. Well, really official gamer chair psychology, which is much more important and typed more furiously with more letters in the words. Phoenix on the way. I believe he opened Phoenix in the Oracle last game. Yeah, it's going to be an Oracle follow-up. And then we're looking for the 3 and 4 gas timers. Whether he does or doesn't take them before the 4-minute mark is a big tell. All right. He's working his way up to it. A Twilight immediately. And double gate. This isn't all in. Yeah. You don't get this. This is charge, right? It's a... Where's the... Because if it's not a robo, it's either a depths or charge. There's a handful of Zerglings at the front, as long as he doesn't let him in to see this. He's taking more gas, though, so this is a different variety. I might... Maybe just straight glaives. Could be that. Look, you could maybe blink. You don't know. I don't think it's blink. Yeah, there you go. Stalkers are bad. Now let's take that out of context. Two queens in the main will ward away. Is he actually gonna try with the Oracle? No. The Roach Warren's coming up, but it's not gonna be done for a bit. He's made a lot of Zerglings, but Neeb has his Adepts tucked in here mostly. The Oracle's on the other side. Neeb. Well, that's not exactly what he wanted, but like, he should be able to hold on to the base of this. He didn't want to show all these Adepts. In fact, we're gonna read into it some more. This is almost certainly not true, but he wants Serral to be like, oh, he just panic warped in Adepts. He's not going glaives. That was panic Adept warpins because he needed to defend his base. But Neeb was actually out of position on purpose, so that way he could warp in Adepts without Serral real. No. I think Neeb just kind of mispositioned there a little bit, but that's a lot of Adepts coming in. 11. How many gates are we at? 4 gates. He's been pushing them out. Roaches are on the way. Roach speed starts. Serral's at 61 drones, so right now Neeb does need to do a little bit of damage. He needs to force out either kill units or kill drones and keep him busy until this double robo comes up, because you do require the immortal follow-up. I cancel there. Serral's making a lot of roaches. The Adepts will keep him busy until he gets roach speed at least, as long as Neeb doesn't make a huge mistake. I think he's starting to realize, well, the Adepts are important. Well, you can fight with Adepts. They're not great against roaches, but numbers. Gonna complete the shade, or is not. Okay. You never know until the last possible second. Immortal's coming out. He's building more Adepts. Zergling's coming to the other side. Serral actually droned a little behind and added on a Hydralisk Den. He's given Neeb the benefit of the doubt here, is what it looks like. Because a Roach Rat, like, if he just went for a Roach all-in, if Neeb just 1 or 2 Immortals, a couple good force fields, and that's how the game can tilt heavily in the Neeb's favor. Serral's like, I'll take it. I'm a little maybe behind because I was forced to make so many Roaches, but I'm not going to throw him away for nothing. He's going to take a 4th base. He's going to play it safe. Work from, I would call it less than, Neeb's definitely ahead. Because Serral didn't have a 4th, because his tech was so delayed, he made all these Roaches he can't really use, and the fact Neeb has double Robo, and it's going to be useful. Serral going straight into the Lurker Den, which is definitely a way to catch your opponent off guard. Neeb did see the Hydralisk Den. He might not be expecting immediate Lurkers. The Immortals are still being punched out. He's 3 Immortals, 1 shot a Roach, so 2 on the other side. Zealots, they don't have charge. But if I know Neeb, he's not going to be committing to some sort of all-in. Last game was different. Last game there was a timing. Does he see one this match? He's building probes. Building probes for players like Neeb essentially means he's always looking for another base, always looking for more tech. The Roach is getting 7 probe kills is nice. It's not the end of the world at all, but it's better than 0 probe kills. I can say that with confidence. Ooh, the tag, but from the grave. Unfortunately, the Oracle is he going to remake it? Oracle's a very important part of dealing with Lurkers. I don't know if Neeb realizes. Are all of the Hydras tagged? That's an important question. They are not. Which means he can morph Lurkers without them being scouted by the tag right now. And if he doesn't have an Oracle against Lurkers, that can spiral out of control very quickly. 1 Observer in the wrong spot, and he only has the 1 Observer. Good luck! So this game's shaping up like Serral has the supply lead, but Neeb has a very powerful army. Infestation Pit is on the way. The Shade's coming through. It's actually nice for Neeb, though. Scout the lurkers here. Should see an Oracle. Yeah, immediate Oracle. +2 on the way. 4th base. Neeb putting pressure. The best defense against lurkers is a good offense. You don't want to be pinned up against a corner with lurker spine shredding you. He wants to get storms. He wants to be on the map so he can potentially flank these lurkers. A War Prism with the army. There are no charge lots going out yet. He has plenty of energy. I know that storm wasn't great, but he's trying to hold the flank. The storms are there. Where are the lurkers? They're holding the line on the other side. More reinforcements coming in. There's a 3-pronged battle right now. The lurkers are exposed, but there's no detection for Neeb. He has to back off. He'll hold the line for now. A lot of the immortal barriers were triggered there. Is there another? No, that's Changeling. Neeb has to try to hold this area. He has an Oracle. Will he use the Revelation here? No, he's holding out. He wants those lurkers. He has to get lurkers with it. He has 2 Robos, which is very nice because he can still build an Immortal and an Observer at the same time. Tag on the left side. Sees no lurkers in that position. He knows they could be out on the map. Serral known for his Overlord drops as well. So that's definitely a threat. I wouldn't be surprised to see Neeb putting some vision out on the map over to this right side very soon. And there is the counter, the ultimate counter, the Broodlords. Serral's a long way off, though. The Hive's not even close to done. The Spire just started. And Neeb is pushing across the map. He's got a lot of energy for Storm, but Serral has creep to work with. Neeb just trying to push through into lurkers. There's a couple observers here. He'll be able to hold the line. Does Serral have enough? More lurkers are morphing in. He needs them in this battle. There are 11 immortals, and they're punching through everything. Serral trying to reinforce. He's pushed up against his 4th base. The charge lot, well, I guess counterattack will be cut off, but that leaves the lurkers potentially exposed. Neeb only has 2 Templar left. How many more storms? Picks up one of the lurkers, knocks it right back down to the ground. Dead. Serral holding his 4th, but how much longer? There's no more storms here. The Hydras are starting to fight back. The Archon's thinning out. Down goes the Oracle, but down goes Serral's supply. The Immortals are holding the line. 17 drones alongside. Neeb 2-0. A decisive timing for the American Protoss as he goes to match point against the best player outside of Korea. What's happening? What is this? What am I seeing? Serral, 524 APM will not save you from the fist of Neeb pounding through your door. Yeah, for those wondering, Mana versus Masa will be after this. Masa, we have to find Masa. He's proxying a wreck somewhere out of touch, and we weren't able to contact him, so that's going to be the last match of the day. And remember, the playoffs are tomorrow at the same time. The Final 4. 2 best-of-5s and a best-of-7 for the finals of the Starladder Ultimate Series. Neeb up 2-0. And we're going into Game 3. We're back. The Starladder Ultimate Series quarterfinals. In the top left. I can't believe I'm saying it. Down 2-0. It is the 4-time consecutive WCS Circuit Champion for Men's Esports. The finisher. Serral. And in the bottom right. Sponsored by Teng, the American Protoss. 3 WCS Circuit wins in 2017, only outdone by the player he's currently leading against. It's Neeb. And a convincing 2-0. It's not been a gimmick. It hasn't. It's been just superior execution. In game number 1, he played his tech advantage and found a timing for the kill. Game 2, he defended Serral, and then before Serral could have any counter, he put together 11 Immortals. Like he used his advantage and took the victory. There was no hesitation. He went across and he took what was his. Does he sweep? Now, once again, we're going to read into everything way too much. BlizzCon is not next weekend. Next weekend. Next weekend is the first round. The round of 16 is played a week before BlizzCon. But the beginning of the World Championship, the group stage, is next weekend. Now, Neeb is in a group with Maru and other people, but mostly Maru. That's important to point out. Serral is in a group with some unlucky people who aren't Maru. How much, if Neeb wins here, 3-0, does that really factor into your mindset? I know, Serral not nearly as committed to in online tournaments, no matter how ultimate they are. But, I don't know, does that factor in? Does it factor in for Neeb? Players of this caliber, they know, but we can hope. Honestly, I wouldn't mind a Neeb versus Serral finals. I don't know what bracket magic would have to happen. What if it was a foreigner finals? We've never even had a foreigner in the finals. And it's weird. Like nowadays, I'm an American, so this is like the opposite of most. But for years now, I've thought of foreigner as pretty much anyone who isn't Korean. Which is... So when I hear it used not in the context of StarCraft, it confuses me all the time. But finally, we've broken through, and players like Neeb and Serral have made big waves, and others very close. Special, Scarlet, the Laser. Neeb is just sticking with his guns. Ooh. Perfect timing on the shade away. It looks like he's getting cleaner every game. And it seems like this is going to be the same build. Extra gates being added on, a Twilight, no Robo, which indicates Glaive to Depths. Yeah, and by the way, in case, because it is an online tournament, they're playing on the European server. Neeb is in America right now. Serral, I assume, is he in Korea or Finland? No, Serral wasn't in Korea. Everybody's like, why isn't Serral in GSL? Because he didn't actually stay at the house. Maybe next year, but he's in Finland. He's in Europe. Going out for the third. Once again, Glaive to Depths. If it ain't broke, right? Like... We have the usual, how many drones were killed so far? 3 drones. Neeb has lost nothing. Perfect opener so far. He's shut down the Lings. I think Serral's starting to realize...
Now I have your attention.
Serral's starting to realize what this is. He's making the roaches. Does he have a lair? No. That means he's never going to be able to catch the Adepts. Neeb's going to be throwing Mad Shade. A lot of Zerg... Well, he's going to try to kill him outright. With the Zerglings to hold him down and the Roaches to finish him off. Glaives isn't done yet, by the way. Both Oracles are activated. That's a little sloppy from Neeb. He now has no energy to follow this up. He sees the Roaches. Serral's really looking to punish the third. Double Robo's on the way. They're both at the third base. Neeb may be a little greedy here. He doesn't know there's not a lair. He's keeping him pinned. At some point, yeah, the counterattack coming out. Oh, perfect force field! Well, actually, there's a Ling in... I'm not locked in here with you. The Adepts on the middle of the map. Gonna get some more Lings that are reinforcing. Neeb now making a Void Ray and a Mortal. And Serral trying to come across the map, but he's been held back. He's been dragged back by the Adepts so many times. He has 50 drones. He's not making a lair. He's not making upgrades. He wants to kill, and he needs to kill Neeb. Batteries are on the way. Neeb is now wise to the situation. I think he knows exactly what he's dealing with. There's no anti-air besides Ravagers, which are... There's only a single sentry with maybe one force field. He'll probably save for Guardian Shield. Not that much energy on the Oracles. That force field does very little. Another Immortal comes out. Multiple batteries. It's the Lings that are going to be the real threat here as time goes on. The Lings are coming in. They'll trigger the barriers. The Immortals need to be targeted on the Roaches if possible. Now, Adepts quite good against Zerglings. Serral trying to break through. Neeb is not letting it happen. 3-0. Neeb, more convincing every single game. A quick 3-0. And he takes out Serral in the Starladder Ultimate Series, which for all you betting hundreds of thousands of dollars on the brackets, probably just lost a lot. I'm sure there were a lot of people doing that, right, guys? For sure. Okay. So, that happened. A surprisingly one-sided series. Okay. Now the question is, that was pretty quick. Have we found Masa? This is supposed to buy time so we could find Masa. But that was actually like 25 minutes.